Hi, friends. My name is Penny Olmsted, and my students call me Mrs. O. Last year, I was the third, fourth, and fifth grade teacher here in Gahanna City School District. Um, but this year, I am just the third and fourth grade. And I am very excited because that allows me more flexibility with my schedule. And to give more information and background to some of you newer teachers, um, I teach students who are with significant learning disabilities or cognitive delays, autism, multiple handicap. Um, some of the general ed students who are in the classroom, they are serviced by intervention specialists also, but they are usually serviced within the room with some small time for pull out. I teach in the resource room all my math and all my reading for my students here. They are unable to keep up with their general ed peers. There's too many distractions. There's too large of a reading gap. So they are more comfortable performing and doing their learning here in this room. And that's what I want to explain to you today. Um, some of you may already be familiar with reading workshop. Here in my classroom, I have a modified version, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. In 2000, the National Reading Panel, which was formed by the government with many experts, came out and said that research showed not only was it phonics-based that was needing to be taught, but we also need 75 to 90 minutes of uninterrupted reading time. Well, to get that much time for my students and who are with significant learning disabilities, they need more time. So what I did is instead of increasing their days to 2 hours of reading every day, I extended the lesson for an additional week. And I'm going to explain to you more how I do that so that it's a little bit easier for you to understand. I'm going to show you how I designed my program. All the stations, and I have 3 of them, are word work, computer-based guided reading activities, direct instruction from myself. I currently use Orton or other phonics-based curriculum. And then at the end, we come together for a read aloud. Now that starts on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Every Monday, I introduce a new sound, rules for that sound that are placed in words, and we do a lot of group work that day on Monday. So every Monday's whole group learning. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's divided um, with looking at all their skill deficits. And then the following week, the same thing, but they're learning a different part of the lesson. And I'm going to explain and show you that too. So let's take a look at our guided reading program. You have a guided reading program or anything you want to use with booklets or whatever, you use what's convenient for you and what you're most quite familiar with. I like using guided readers. Guided readers provides for me a lesson plan. And as you can see, that goes to day 4. The thing is, I'm only given half of my lesson each day so I can spend with my students. Here's for an example. Here's the short A. Okay. There's phonological awareness activities, the high frequency words that is within a particular story, sound practice, phoneme and grapheme mapping, reading, writing, and editing. Here's an idea of some of the books I use. What I like are the decodable readers, but I really like some of my books that, I'll show you, that have diversity and inclusiveness. Anyone can dance, Bing One makes a new friend. As you can see, there's all kind of different books that meets all the needs of all my students and their interests. So every other Monday, my students receive a new booklet and they are so excited. Um, but I want to show you also on my guided reading site what I use. Um, Anna DiGilio has different kinds of guided reading instructional prompts, which helps you do more additional. This is great for, especially if you want to do homework or something. Some parents like homework, some parents don't. This can be given in addition to. And there's always explanation to why it's done. Let's sort pictures, and there's all the activities. Now, a lot of this stuff, if you go to I'll show you. Show you. There it is. Here's an example of one of the books that my students will read. This is a book level C, From an Egg. Table of contents, eggs, and glossary. Eggs, where did you come from? From an egg. And then they give you some glossary words to be given ahead of the time. So every Monday, we start off with a new sound, the rules of the new sound, and we practice a lot of our structured lesson that you would see in Orton Gillingham. And we would start with that, and then we would, after we do all the exercises and that, and learn the rules and practice our writing, then the students are given their new books following right after that. And that's the book that they will be focusing on for 2 weeks. Now, during that time, they're doing vocabulary building, they're doing writing, then they're doing their word work and their sound work. And this is just one of the examples. And this is one of my lower level books, but they're all interesting and fun. And I just wanted to share this a little bit with you. But again, you use your own reading books and questionnaires. But what I like about mine, when I use this, is I then do activities and they give me printables of what is in that book. So here are some things that you would find in this book. Oh, wait a minute. Let me pause. And the awesome part about this is the students, what you see right here, this is all found on their computer, and for activities, make it's. And it gives you the explanation. So the students are also learning how to type and write on their computer and follow directions and do some fun activities. These are some of the questions that might be used. What is the book mainly about? How do you know? And you get choices, and the students can look for the answers. And when we teach them comprehension strategies, this is when this really comes into play and is an awesome activity for our students. So every day we do a different activity. Tuesday is a certain day that the students do, like maybe make it, break it's. On Wednesdays, it's the finding their words. Um, Thursdays might be listening to similar rhymes and sounds. And all my students, no matter their significant disability, are able to complete this because it's a routine and because it's structured. And the students are learning and following the same thing, just a different book in its place every day. So again, I work on their book for 2 weeks. And then they take their spelling test and they take their quiz to show me comprehension of what they've learned already about their book. It's just, my students deserve what other students should be getting. And they feel so proud when they complete this program. Um, I, I didn't do it, but my students, with their hard work, some of them have left my program and have went into general ed. And they have all the confidence that they need to succeed. And I'm hoping that I can convince you that don't give up on your students, no matter their needs. Here are some, there's a couple different tools that you can buy and collections and everything at this site. Now, what you see here are prices for books. I pay so much per month. You can pay, I think it's maybe 19 a month, so that you can have all your students enrolled and have access to their accounts. It keeps all your data for you. Um, Stuff that I can share with families because they save the work and I'm able to bring it back up so I can share that information. And I keeps all their quizzes. But what is a great benefit, and I would like to share with you, is their word work. Now, I know all of us do word work and we do it in a different way, and that does not matter. You can do what you think works best, but I am going to share with you what I do, if that's okay.